Hi guys, welcome to Danny's Diary. I'm here in Naas after the rescheduled Lawler's Novice Hurdle at Grade 1, and what a fine race it was. I'll sort that. The winner for Declan Queally, a first Grade 1 for Declan and a deserved victory. Had been very good in a graded race in Navan last time and stepped up to Grade 1 level with a very tough performance. He beat Tote, one of the fancied Willie Mullins runners, run a fine race in second, and Fruit the Mare for Henry de Bromhead run a decent race back in third, but the winner looks decent and would be sure to be getting towards the top of the market for some of the staying novice hurdles in Cheltenham. Ground was tough today. It was 2.5 miles. Nice ground in Cheltenham. I'd say an Albert Bartlett would be in reach, but could be one for the Turner's Novice in Cheltenham also. His next run will probably tell an awful lot more. Looking ahead, we had during the week Grade 1 entries for the Cheltenham Festival and the Dublin Racing Festival at Leopardstown. It's probably Leopardstown where you have to look to first. It'll give more clues as to what's happening pre-Cheltenham and what's going to happen in Cheltenham. I suppose a lot changes at the Dublin Racing Festival. Where do we start? Ballyburn. He's in the Irish Champion Hurdle. I'd say it looks like he maybe didn't stay last time when Tihufu ran away from him in the 3 mile race. I'd say this could be a possibility. Will he go there, or will it be a stepping stone towards the intermediate distance in Aintree? The 2.5 mile there, Impera Pass won it last year. That could be on the cards for him. Looking at the others, great to see Kopek Des Bordes back. Minor setback which unfortunately kept him out of Christmas, but he should be there to give Romeo Coolio something to think about. Although Romeo Coolio is going to be the one going into that race with a lot of experience now, having won again at Christmas, 2 Grade 1s under his belt. Other interesting entries, I suppose, are Spindleberry gets an entry in the Irish Gold Cup and also an entry in the Thyestes Chase where she'd likely have top weight. So it'll be interesting to see what she does there and where Willie goes with her next. Lossiemouth, she's out to 6-1 for the Champion Hurdle. Yeah, I suppose, it's a fair price for her. She scrapped it out with Brighter Days Ahead, but when you look at what Sergino done in Kempton, first run back, that was a very impressive performance. I wouldn't write off Lossiemouth in a Champion Hurdle. Is it going to be easier for her to take on Sergino in the Champion or Woodhoo in the Mare's race? Woodhoo has been very good, very tough mare, never does more than she has to, which probably keeps her winning most of the time. Lossiemouth beat her last year in Aintree after having probably a tougher campaign, so you'd see no reason why Lossiemouth should she should not have any problem maintaining that form. I think she should win the Mare's race were she to run it, and whether she can step up to Sergino's level, I suppose she'll have to prove more again at the Dublin Racing Festival in Leopardstown. That's going to be a key telling point about where she goes for whether it's Champion Hurdle or the Mare's race. Speculation this week around Harry Cobden. Will he get the JP McManus job? Yeah, I suppose, Harry's top class rider and deserves to be in the conversations for a lot of these types of jobs, and could well be a possibility. Paul Nicholls maybe doesn't have the firepower that he's had in seasons before, and a lot of these offers might come across Harry's table. So it'll be interesting to see and one to watch. For myself, looking ahead to the weekend, a few nice rides over the weekend, starting off with Tully Hill in the Bet with Tote, Dan and Joan Moore handicap chase, 100 grand handicap around Fairyhouse. 2 miles, 1 furlong I think maybe in Fairyhouse on the outer loop. Yeah, he's a horse that can run in and out of form. I wouldn't be too worried about him pulling up the last day. He can do that. Previous to his good second place effort in Wexford, he pulled up before that. So, if he gets into a nice rhythm, Fairyhouse main track has a bit of nice ground. So, hopefully Tullyhill can give a good account of himself and a valuable handicap. Looking ahead to Sunday, I ride Kopek Pike in the Novice Chase. It's competitive race, small field, but what are the main dangers? I suppose there's a few Gigginstown ones of Gordon Elliott's, but a horse I won on also first time up over fences is Predator's Gold. He was very good when winning in Navan, beat Slade Steele, who was probably looking likely to frank the form in Punchestown before being brought down. So that looks like a nice match-up between the two. But, I'm happy enough in Kopek Pike. He beat Salvador Mundy nicely in Thurles the first day. And it'll be a good race. Competitive, small field, but very competitive. Also on Sunday, I ride Free Spirit in the Novice Hurdle, who takes on another one of Willie Mullins's, Sober. He was a Royal Ascot winner on the flat, had come from France, I think, with a rating of 110 plus. Ran well in a Dubai Gold Cup behind Aidan O'Brien's horse, who won it that day. He's won over hurdles in Killarney in the summer. He'll have to step up an awful lot on that hurdles form from Killarney, but with that high flat rating, he could well do it. Free Spirit comes with a big reputation from France as well, so nice ride to get. And as typical with a lot of these graded novice hurdles at the moment in Ireland, it's going to be a very informative race. Fingers crossed I can get on the board with a few winners.